Open your PPT and walk me through. Over to you, Fatima.
Thank you, Ravali. So, good morning, Ravali. This is Fatima. Now, I'm going to explain about Anaplan of 11 to 15 lessons. So, these are the some of the contents that I have listed out. This I'm going to explain in this interview. So, the topics contents are profit and loss report modules, customizing and saving modules, use UX pages, classic dashboards, and security. These are the topics that I'm going to explain in this PPT. So the next slide is about style settings. So style provides preset options for formatting appearance of a line item. So we have different combination of style settings that are both a bold, italic, line spacing, which helps to draw attention for some of the line items. If we want some line items to be look different, then we can use this style settings. So we have different style setting options. Those are heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, summary 1, summary 2, and summary 3. If we apply style settings to the line items, the formatting of line item only be changed, but the values which are in the cells will not be changed. So let me show an example of how it will. So here I have taking an example. So here let me take module. So here I'm taking C06 product details to the blueprint view. If we need to apply style in the sense, we should go in the blueprint view. So find the column of style. So here we have different options. As I said, 7 different options: heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, summary 1, 2, 3. If I apply heading 1, so it will be look in a bold view. And if I apply heading 2, so like that it will change. So we can change as per the requirement, as per we want. So I'm applying summary 1. So the line item of this style is changed like this. So like that we can apply the style settings for the line items. So if I applied style, so as I said, it will only apply to the line items which we apply the style setting, but not the values which are in the cell. So it doesn't apply to the cells which have the data. So like this, we can apply the styles. So this is about the style settings. And the next topic is model size. So model size is defined by the number of factors, like including list size and the number of cells which are in the model, which are in the module. So each cells in the model, each module in the cell which consumes space. So it can be calculated by using the cell count, and each workspace memory is finite. So how to check the module size and how to check the line item size that we see in the workspace. So I'm taking this EMP02 employee expenses. So uh, here go to the blueprint view and find the cell count column. So here we can see the salary of line item. It consumes 4563 space. And like this, whatever the line items we have, it consumes space of every line item. So if we want to see the module size in the sense, this is the first 27378. So this is the module size, and these are the line item size of that module. So if we want like this, we can find the cell count of each line item and the module, and we can also see the line module size. And settings tab, select the modules. So here little right, and we have here cell count column. So here it will only show the module size of every module. So for P&L actual budget, the cell count is 23868, and C0 EMP1. So it will only show the module size, not the line item size. If you want to see the line item space of every module in the sense, open that module and go to the cell count. So here we can see, if we want to see the line item of particular line item space in the sense, we can see in the module itself. If we want to see only the module size in the sense, we can see in the settings tab itself. This is how we can see the module size and the line item size. So this is about the history. Now history settings. So whatever the changes we made in the history, whether adding user edits, deletes, delete, and some of these are the some of the actions that can be found under history settings. So actions, import data sources, list properties, list items, module, processors, roles, saved views, list subsets, time setting, user added and or deleted. So these are everything can be recorded in the history tab. So let me see. So here in this, I'm in the settings tab, select the module. Modules I'm going to, I'm opening as example module. So here what I'm doing is select the history. So history, here we have some of the options like last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, and the data range we can select from where, from which to which we need the range of that history. And we have also save options, we can give name and we can select this. So I am here only selecting the last 24 hours history. So let me delete this one module and restore that. So here I'm deleting example, delete. So here we can select how many we want to delete. So I'm only selecting the example. So I'm deleting this. Delete. Now go to the history and I'm selecting last 24 hours. Show history. So as I said, whatever the changes we made, like list, line items, everything will be recorded in the history and we can restore it. So here now, just now I deleted example. So it shows the example now deleted. Here each change we have made has unique identifier and also the date and the user email from which we have made changes and the description of what we have made changes. So I'm restoring. So just now I have deleted example, so I'm going to restore. So as I said, each have unique identity number. So I'm restoring this. Click OK. So restore is successful. Let me see it has been restored or not. Go to the module. So here I have, before I have deleted example, so I have restored to that. So it came again as before. So this is how we can restore the uh, module and restore that. So what is the sparsity? Sparsity means it has the combination of cells but don't contain which don't contain the data or not expected to be contain the data can be called as sparsity. So here I have given an example. So in this here three line items have populated the data of that cells have populated, so which can be called as a dense cells, and the cells which don't contain the data can called as a sparse cells. So it don't contain the data but also consumes the memory. So this is called as sparsity. As I said, cells without data added list consumes resources. So which populated can be considered as a dense cells. The data which have not populated can be considered as a sparse cells. Let me create an example for this. So in the settings tab, go to the modules and insert a module. So this is an example which I'm going to create. Though this is a module name, data 01, P and L, visual budget, visual and budget. So here I'm taking dimension as a G2 country and versions and time is default. So I'm adding the line items, count, head count, revenue, cost of sales, salary, bonus, bonus, call cost, cost, medical cost, shipping cost, shipping cost, rent, utilities, shared cost, rent, utilities, shared cost. So I have taken the dimensions as G2 country versions and I have taken the time and I have added the line items. Click OK. So here I have added. So what I'm going to do is here I'm importing the data. Go to the data, import, select the file. I'm going to import the file as P&L actual and budget. Select. So mapping as what I'm adding is column headers and G2 country as country code. I need country code of this, so I added. So in time, select the periods. So here I have, as we can see, 2019 and 01. So I need to add as periods. So I'm selecting the time. So in G2 country, see everything is mapped or not. So everything is mapped in versions. So everything is mapped. Select here too. So everything is mapped. Run import. So it is updated, no ignores and no failures. So here I have selected actuals. So in actuals from Jan FY19 the data is populated and FY20 and 21 no data is populated but it consumes the space. And for in budget in forecast, so 19 I've sparse cells. So in budget everything data is not populated and in forecast data is not populated. In budget I have data populated from FY20. So this is the example of sparse cells. So next is customizing views. So customizing view, which helps to customize the view by in a grid format by using the tools like pivot, show and hide selections. We can customize the view by using those tools. So reasons why we are using the customize is to adjust our view to make focus on work and make UX displays more relevant to the end user and loading the specific data. So what is needed to the end user, that is what we are publishing and we are giving to the end user by his requirement. So we are not uploading, we are not publishing everything that is not required. So we can use the customized view, customizing views, and we can customize the data and we can give what is needed to the end user. So let me create a module to show how to customize. So here I am, go to the insert and give name as customizing data. So here I'm taking time, I'm taking by default, and I'm adding line items as America, Europe, Asia, Pacific. So click OK. So I have created one module. So I'm giving format as a number and summary as sum. So here I'm taking some data when 20, 30. So select the copy across and now I'm taking 30, 40, 50. So I have added the data. So in go to the grid view, here we have pivot. As I said, we can customize the data by using some of the tools like pivot, show and hide. So here I am here I am changing line items in columns and rows as time. Here I'm customizing this as. So here we have some of the option as hide selection, show selection. So if the end user only need if I want only the Americas to be shown as, so I'm selecting America, Europe. So go to the format, select show selection. So here I can see only the data which I have needed as per the requirement. So like this, we can use this show selection. If I add anything after taking this two, if I add anything in this means that this will not be included in the actual default view. And now if you need to see the whole three means we can use the show all, so it will be displayed as a before how it is. If I need to hide the Europe in the sense, so hide selection. So this too can be, I hided that. If I add anything here in the sense that this will be included in the actual view, but if I select the show selection means it will not be displayed in the actual view. So this is how I'm selecting show all. So this is the actual view which I have created. And here we have any other options like show select levels. So here we have summaries, line item summaries, and the line item details. If you want to see only the summaries in the sense, unselect this and click OK. So it will be displayed like this because I have selected only the summaries. If I'm selecting again show all. So here I'm selecting Asia Pacific, select items to show. Here also we can select what we need. If I select only Europe in the sense, so we can select one. So Europe like this, we can select only the line items which we need. So these are the column settings. So this is about the width of how we need. Here we have 80. If we need to change in the sense, if I keep 70 or if I keep 70, I click OK. The size of the line item will be a little less. This is how we can select this settings of column settings. Not only to the line items, here we have width of row labels and individual column widths. We can also select for everything. So this is how we can select. So conditional formatter will be discussing in the further slides. So this is how we can select. If we need this, I have changed this, I've customized this, I have done this pivot. If I need, whenever I open this view, I need this as a default view in the sense. Go to the view and save as, click on save as. Here save as a default view. If I click on this main, if I save this, whenever I open this data, the view will be like this. If you need the data like this means you can click on that, you can save as a default view. So like this we can customize the data. So I have set the selective levels. If you give an example before, so what so you uses using of selective levels in the sense it allows us to quickly customize the data by designating which levels of a hierarchy list should be seen. So it will automatically add a list members in the hierarchy to views with their selective levels. So advantage of this using the select levels is it will only show the data which is relevant, which is needed to the end user. So size will be less and the calculations will be less. So this is the use of select levels and the save views. So why we using save views in the sense, if we want the data in a different way, then we can customize the data, we can save that particular what we needed, the line items, we can save that. So it is used to change the module view as per our requirement. We can change the view how we need, how end user need. So which helps to see the data in a different views. So it increase the performance. So reason why we are creating save view in the sense we can export the data, we can import the data, we can also facilitate the grid and charts in the UX, and we can save a filter. So let me see how we can create a saved view. So here I have um, mm, so I have here save view customizing data. In this, we have some of the line items. So here I have created this. Now I'm creating a save view under this module. Save, give name, save view. So click OK. So I have created. We can see in the contents panel. So here in the customizing data, I have created a save view. So this is the save view. We can also use the show and hide and select save before you. So this is the actual default view, and this is the save view. This is the save view. Like this, we can create a save views and conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, why we use conditional formatting in the sense, if we need to change the cell color of, or if we need to look in a different color highlight, if we need to hide show the cell data in a different way, then we can use the conditional formatting. So it will change color its value in the module. So it can directly add it in the module itself, or we can add in UX pages or classic dashboards. So here we can choose the color of 2 scale, 3 scale. So as maximum, minimum numbers. So let me create a conditional formatting. Click insert, conditional formatting. So here I'm taking head count, salary, cost of sales. Click OK. So here I have taken, and I'm giving the format as number. So here I'm changing the pivot, rows and columns, line item as columns, and time in rows. So click OK. If we need this view as a default view, in the sense we can select as a default view. So here I'm giving the data 1, 2, 3, down 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. So I have given some of the values. So here we have options. This is a filter, and this is sorting, and this is the conditional formatting, and this is also is a sorting. So select the condition, select which line item, which column you need to apply the conditional formatting for. So select the conditional formatting, click on new rule. So for which line item you need to add the conditional formatting is select the line item. I'm selecting the head count. So based on the values from which you need to select another column. So here we have another options. We can also add the conditional formatting based on this. So I'm only taking head count. So here we have three color scale to two color scale. So I'm selecting two colors. So here we need to give the minimum, midpoint, and maximum values. So I'm giving as 1, 2, and 3. So here we have colors. We can change the colors. We can change the colors as we want. So I'm giving as this. Click OK. So this will be applied. So I'm selecting for the salary. If if you need to edit this color in the sense, if you need to change the color of the cell in the sense, select the conditional formatting, edit the rule. So here we can change the color again if we want in the sense, and no need means it's okay. Then if you need to delete this in the sense, we can delete the rule here itself. So now I'm adding a new rule. So I'm selecting the line item as salary. I'm selecting the color scale as 3 color scale. So I'm adding the data of 258 to 58. So select the color, click OK. So like this, it will add. If you don't need the conditional formatting in the sense, you can uncheck this. It will be normal. If you don't need the box here itself in the sense, go to the conditional formatting and the delete rules, click OK. So like this, we can use the conditional formatting. So the next is about sorting. So sorting can be done in a grid view. So what are the options of sorting in the sense? Here we can sort the data in ascending order or descending order. So let me see how sorting can be done. As I have taken this example before, I am using the same. So here we have data. Go to the sorting option. So here, this is the box of sorting. So here we have order lowest to the highest and the highest to the lowest. So here we have totals. We have 4 options: group at start, group before, after, and group at end. The first line, the first level is the top level. So in this, the parent and child all data will be summarized, and it will be kept in the total. So this is about the top level, and these 2 lines are the parent and these are the child. So here like this is the top and this is the parent, these are the child. So I am keeping this lowest to the highest and keeping this group at start. So enable this and click OK. So here we have, if we here we have top level and the parent and the child. Here we don't have the parents child. So the top level, the data will be summarized and then the parent child will be seen. So first is the FY19. This is the sum of the line items and these are the parents. So I have selected the lowest to the highest. So data can be found the lowest to the highest for every module, for every line item. If you don't need the kind of sorting in the sense, uncheck this. You don't need in the sense, delete, remove, sort. So like this, we can use the sorting. So this is the filtering. So filtering enables to limit a view of our data based on rules that we set. So it works by comparing the data to the criterion from which within the model or from another model such as system modules. Basically, we use filtering in the modules by using system modules. So it is made up of one or more filtering rules that we apply a filter for one line item. So here I'm taking EMP02 employee expenses. So here we have data from Jan 19 itself. So in the time, I'm giving time as Jan 20, Jan 20, click OK, select the module. So sorting, filtering, filter. So go to the filter tab. So whatever for this module we have dimension of country, line items, whatever the dimensions we had to that module will be seen as here 3 tabs. We have line items, we have time, and we have E2 employees as dimension. So now I'm adding the filter to the time. So select the plus and select the module. So I'm selecting sys00 time settings. In that I need only the forecast period of that line item. So enable this filter and click OK. So before it was from Jan 19. So I have applied only the forecast period. So it came from Jan 20 to Jan Jan 20 and Jan 21, FY20 and FY21. Forecast period means the current period, and after the current periods can be considered as a forecast period. If I need only the actual period in the sense, so go to the time. Actual period means it will only show the Jan 19. So select system modules and select the actual periods, click OK. So as I said, it only show the current, before current period can be considered as actual, and after of current period and after the current periods can be considered as forecast periods. So I have selected only actual period, so it gives the values from Jan 19 to December 19. So if you don't need the filter in the sense, uncheck and go to that and remove the filter. So like this we can use the filter. And the next is about components of user experience. There are two components of user experience, and the pages and the apps. In pages, we have again two pages. This called as boards or worksheets. So which are interactive layouts that contain the data from the Anaplan models. Whatever the data we upload in the boards or worksheets can be, we will be taking that data from the model itself. So these are the pages, and the apps means it defines the business function or a process. These are the two components of UX pages, pages and apps. So the next is classic dashboards. Classic dashboards are secondary type of user experience embedded within the model itself. So we can find we can find or we can download some of the models from the Anaplan App Hub. So it's a secondary user experience that is available only from within the model. So basically we use classic dashboards to present the data to the end user. We can present the data to the end user from the UX page and the classic dashboard itself. So UX page, the end user can interact user UX page from outside the model. In classic dashboards, he can interact the model in the classic dashboard within the model itself. So this how to publish the data to the classic dashboard that we create. So in the settings tab, select the dashboards. So here we can insert. So I'm taking a module. I'm taking EMP02 employee expenses. Go to the view and select the publish to the dashboard, new dashboard. Give the name as EMP02. So if you have any functional area in the sense, apply the area, functional area, or click save. So yeah, this is uploaded in the dashboards. Right. And here we have, so yeah, like this we can upload into the dashboards the data. Here this is in the contents panel, we can upload the data to the end user. If we select this toggle, the data which we present to the end users can be shown in the contents panel, and we can see what the end user can see the data. If we uncheck this, in the sense the data will not be present to the end user, we can select by using this show hidden content in the contents panel, and like this we can upload the data in the we can upload the data to the classic dashboards. And the next is types of UX pages. As I said, in pages, we have again two types of pages. Those are boards and worksheets. So boards are the type of page that provides end user with high level information, and worksheets displays the detailed data from model on interactive grid or related cards. And so these are the two. And terms in user experience, there are few similar user experience are there. Pages, it provides end user interface for we can end user can do the planning activities in the page, so we can access the data from the model. So there are multiple time pages out there, apps and cards. Apps defines the business process and the actions, and card defines the data and the contents of a page, and classic dashboards is used to present the data to the end user, and it has secondary user experience with embedded within the model. So these are the some of the steps how to create a page. Let we create a page. So go to the home page. So go to the pages. We delete this. Yeah. Go to home and go to my pages. Here we have option of create a page. So whatever pages we have created will be found under here. So create a page, select board or worksheet, selecting worksheet board. So give the page name as budget, and the workspace. If you have multiple workspace in the sense, we can select in which space we are going to create this UX page, and the model. So I'm selecting example, I'm doing this in example model. So we have different cards, text card, grid card, chat card, KPI, image, field, and map. So I'm selecting text card, double click on that and drag it to the page. So configure it, configure text. So here we can give the title of that page, and this is the description. We can give the description, and the text card is only used if we need to add text in that page. In the sense, we can use the text card. This is not for the table. We can't do anything here. We can only write the text in this card. So give the body as UX page. This UX page is about the budget planning. So give whatever you want. So in the body, and they give title as uh, budget planning. So I have given title. We can also give the title color as black and green. So I have given green, and so this is how the text is created. If we need a style for that, in the sense, we can select the style as heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and alignment also we can select from left or right. So I have we can change as per requirement. So I'm keeping this as left, and we can also give the color of that. I'm giving red. So like this, we can use the text card. After creating the text card, publish. So it will be published. This is the about the test card. Like this, we can create the UX page. So I said we have different cards. So grid card, chat card, KPI, text, image, field, action, map. So I've created one text card. So let me create each one. So open the page. Here click on edit and select the card which we need. Double click on that. Here, configure grid. And here we can select the which data we need to import. So select the data source. Now I am selecting the data 01, actual and forecast, actual and budget. So these are the context selector. If we need to keep that, in the sense we can keep, or we can unselect that. So these are the some of the options that these are the some of the tools that we can, if we want to make changes, in the sense we can make here itself. These are the pivot. We can select the pivot if we need to make changes, in the sense this is the filter. If we need to add any filter, in the sense we can add. And these are the sorting, and this is the show and hide, and these are the some of the options. So update. So here we can give the title and description and the title color. If we need to link this page, in the sense we can use this link the page, we can do. So here we have options of allow editing and allow pivoting. So if we allow editing, in the sense we can edit the data here itself. So here the option of row height we can select, and the column width also we can select. Here the context, we can select the time hierarchy. So here it's shown the time. Here G2 country, if we need the label, in the sense here, if I select the label, so and here it came as like US. If I select the context selector, means I can select here itself if I need any data from here. I have selected Asia Pacific. So here we can select the countries of which data we need, and we can also select here Jan 19 is 20 is there. So I'm selecting Jan 19. So the data has been changed as per I changed. So these are the versions. We can keep the labels of in here model itself. So these are the options. So publish it. So here, if I don't need this, in the sense, we can so here we have settings tab. If I off this label, it will not show. So here I am doing this to publish it again. So here, before it was three, the countries, and versions tab is also there on the in the top of context selector. I only kept as year, so it only shows here. So here I have chart again. Let me chart as usually helps to visualize the data. So now I'm creating a chart card. Double click on that. Okay. So configure chat. Select the data source. EMP 02 employee expenses. So I have discussed this pivoting. Update this. So this is how the chat will be looking. So here we have some of the options. If I select the area, it will show like that. If I select the bar, so it will be data will be like that. Column, so it will show combination, and the donut, the data will be shown like that, and the dot. So we can select as per we want. If I select the waterfall, so it will be like that. We can select the type of the chart we need. So I'm selecting the combination. So we have here again different options of chart. So for the salary, if I need to change this four options, for salary I need column as bar, in the sense, look, here we have for the area for the salary we have like this, and we can also change the color of each line item. I'm selecting this color. So like this we can select for every line item, and the area we can also select. And these are the chat options, some of the options, and the time hierarchy, and the context selector we can also do. This is about the chat. And we have the KPI. KPI, select the KPI. me delete this all. Delete. So I'm selecting the KPI. Double click on that. Okay, configure and select the data source modules. So I'm selecting EMP1. So like this, it will show. These are some of the options we have discussed before. So if I select the car allowance, it will show the line item of that. If I select the phone in the sense, so like that we can select options, and I can give the title and the description, color of the title and the font text size. And these are the options. We can give the value, we can change the color of that. And this is the context selector we can keep as like here. So we can select the label of that. So this is about the KPI. So here we have image. We have not discussed image. So I'm taking field. Okay. So select the source. Here we can give the title, description, title color, and the horizontal layout. We can give the layout color and choose the module which you need to import. So here I'm selecting customizing the data. We create another one. EMP02. So here we have options we can give for which line item we need. So like this we can use. So these are the field cards, and this is the context selector. So publish it. So this is about the field card, and this is about mapping. Like this we can use this card and we can present the data to the end user. As I said, grid card, I have discussed about this. Grid card is only used to we can present the data to the end user. If we used grid card in the sense, it will only show the data in a table format. This is useful for highlighting important numerical data. And if we need to add in the sense, we have seen this before. The features of the board, and KPI is designed to focus the user on single key metrics, and the context selector are grouped in the header area for easy access. We can select. So these are the context selector. We can select easily of which country or which line item data we need to see. So chart is used to visualize the data, and the grid card we can present the grid card in the table format. We can edit that. So this is about the cards. And roles. What are roles? Roles are basically used to provide the security, and workspace administration can use model roles to group users that share the common data access needs. So these are the some of the steps that need to create a user role. Let me create home. Select the model. I'm selecting example. So go to the users tab, select the roles. So here I have created finance manager as a role. So here we can give the access to the roles to models, and roles to versions, and roles to list, and roles to actions. So here roles to model we can give as read and write access. If we give read, the end user can only read the data. If I give write, in the sense he can edit the data, he can make changes in the data. So like that we can give. So let me create another user. So click on insert and give the role of that particular user, budget manager, and select here and or click OK. So here we have added another role for budget manager. So like this, we can give access through roles to models, roles to versions, roles to list, and roles to actions. This is how roles can be created. If we give, so these are the default model roles. Every model contains full access or no access. If we add the user in the sense, there are two options, full access and no access. If we give full access in the sense, he can edit and he can access every module, every line item, every list in the model. So full access is that. If we give no access means he can't do anything, if he can't make any changes in that model. So these are the default model roles and how to add a users to the workspace from your model. So go to the users tab, here add a user. Here I'm giving Fatima at the rate my capacious. mycapacious.com. So here the first name, if we give the name in the sense, it will default, it will automatically take the first name and last name. If we need to give him as a workspace administration in the sense, we can check this. And the role we can give full access, no access. And the for which if we need to give the role of budget manager in the sense, we can give, you can only make changes of that particular model. Like that we can give the role. After creating this, click OK. The role will be added. Like this we can add a user in that. So this is about how to add. So how to remove that. So in the users pan, click. So here we can select and we can delete users. Like that we can delete the user. So what are the roles of administration? So administration can access and manage model dialog and organize models within the workspace. So what are the roles of workspace administration? So he can access, these are the some of this we can access, he can make changes, anything. So time, versions, rental list, revision tags, history. So these everything, whatever, if we give him as a workspace administration, he can make changes, anything in the model. So he can save, edit, publish to the module views, insert, delete, or move versions. So he can do everything if we give him as a workspace administration. So we have in the selective access, read access, and write access. So as I discussed before this, if we give read in the sense, he can only look the data, but he can't edit and rewrite the data. If we give write in the sense, he can he can edit, and he can make the changes of that. So if we need to give the selective access, I have added the role. So I'm giving this G2 country selective access. If I select the parent in the sense, child in the sense, parent will also be uh, considered as a check mark. Now go to the users tab, select the roles, select the roles to list. So select for which budget manager, for the finance manager, you need to give the access in the list level. So here I'm giving this. So if go to the modules. So here see for P&L budget, I have uh, taken the dimension as G2 country, open that module. So no access. So I have given this as read or write. So like that we can give the access to end user. So this is how we can create roles. So different between roles and selective access. So role, if we give access, roles means we can give access a person who needs to do the job. And selective access means we can give the permission down to the list level, like read and write access we can give. and he can edit in the list level. If we need to give the role in the sense, he can make changes in the model level. So like this is about selective access and roles. And these are the so in this PPT, I have concluded this following topics: profit and loss, customizing views, UX pages, classic dashboards, and the security. Thank you.